Don't worry, I ain't shooting at y'all. I could never hurt y'all. Y'all my babies. And my nipples are like literally showing. It's y'all can't see it because you know this is a PG-18 channel, but it is like she keep popping out. Pop, pop, pop. Whatever. Let me just get into the damn video, y'all. Tell me what your name is. Tell me all your likes and all your secrets. Hopefully that's how it goes. I don't know all of the details. Let me inside of your mind. I can be a singer if I wanted to, but the problem is that I don't know my range. I'm thinking that I'm tone deaf because, you know, I can sing for real, but I be thinking I need to go high and my voice is right here. One day I'll probably get it, but it won't happen because I like songs that go high. So I mean, is it really gonna happen? Nope. Hi my angel fairies, welcome back to my channel. Hope my little angel babies are having the best day in the fucking world. In today's video, we're going to be talking about shadow work. Woo! So I'm going to do a Q&A on this topic. I did do a whole video on shadow work, bow, 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 and it got so many fucking views. I'm so glad you guys enjoyed that video. But I'm going to go a little bit in depth in this video, even though I went already in depth in that other video. But I just want to answer any questions you guys might have and kind of give you guys some updated tea on shadow work if I have any thoughts that I need to get out. So if you guys end up enjoying this video, make sure to give it a big thing. Can I speak? I'm gonna be kind to myself. Be kind. Okay. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Click that bell down below so you won't miss a video from me, and hit subscribe so you can join the little fairy family. Let's hop into this video. So if you guys don't know, shadow work is basically releasing any pent-up trauma and really focusing on allowing your subconscious mind to come to the forefront so you can work on anything that needs to be worked on. A lot of times we often bury down our trauma, even our happiness, and even our irritation down below, and allow our shadow self to just hold on to those emotions and never release it. However, with shadow work, what we do is release these emotions and then allow ourselves to express these emotions in a healthy way. Shadow work is used for any and everything. You can use it for happiness, you can use it for sadness, you can use it for healing your past traumas, you can use it for when you just need to get everything out on your spirit. When you're irritated, you should do shadow work. If you're trying to figure out something about yourself, shadow work is that girl. If you have a crush on this person and you don't want to fucking admit to it, you need to do shadow work because that is a part of it. So all those people who crushing and don't want to admit they crushing on that person because it's embarrassing, get to doing that shadow work, baby. Admit those feelings, you know, come to terms with it because it's not gonna go away. It's just gonna sit there in your shadow self. Let's hop into these questions to see what you guys have for me. The first question is, how often do you recommend someone do shadow work? I personally say do it at least once a week. Depending on what you need to work on. So like even in that moment, you can do shadow work any and everywhere. So if you're even at a restaurant, you just minding your business and the table's quiet, you can do shadow work there because I've done it before. I highly recommend you guys do it at least once a week because, you know, specifically on Sunday, because you can carry a lot of energy and weight throughout the week, and then you don't have time to, you know, face those things during the week. So when you have the weekend, you can just sit down and relax and then just speak to spirit and your ancestors to get that shit off your spirit. So once a week, highly recommend it. If you guys can do twice a week, boom. And if you guys can do it whenever you feel like you need to do it, like in that moment you feel like you need to do shadow work, go and do it. Don't try to neglect it. Is shadow work a solo journey or can you have support? You can most definitely have support. Some people do therapy and shadow work. Some people tell others how they're feeling as a form of shadow work. So yeah, you can definitely have support on this journey. You don't have to do it by yourself. Me personally, I do it by myself. No, I don't. I do it with my ancestors. So like I said, you can have support. Is there such thing as a quick shadow work session? And the answer is yes, it is. It can be like 10 minutes, depending on what you need to work on for your shadow self. So yeah, it can be as quick as you want it or as long as you want it to. There's no rules when it comes to shadow work. How do you maintain shadow work during periods of joy? I tend to drop off spirituality when I'm joyful. I personally think that shadow work is not just for those times that are not the best. I think shadow work is for literally every and any emotion. So if you're feeling happy, you should do shadow work for it, just in case you didn't have the time to express gratitude in that moment. You can take some time by yourself or with your ancestors and be like, I am so happy and grateful that I'm living this life, treasuring this being that I am, and just living a loving life. So yeah, the way I basically maintain it is just like express how happy I am, because that is a form of shadow work, especially when you don't have like the time to sit down and actually sit in that moment of gratitude. Even when you're joyful, you're just enjoying life. Don't ever drop spirituality off when you're joyful. You can still do your routine. I think that spirituality kind of is not just about healing and growing from pain. Spirituality can be used for like happiness and stuff. Just meditate and ground yourself so you can keep up that happiness and keep up that joy, because that's what spirituality kind of boils down to, is you're healing and you're doing your best and you're being your best self so you can be happy and joyful. And these practices that you have accumulated and put into your routine helps you keep that happiness, helps you keep that joy. Somebody asked, where's the best place to start in your shadow work journey? Personally, you can start anywhere, whatever you really need to work on. Trust your intuition with this. By the way, I do want to say a little disclaimer, guys. You can trust your intuition. You don't have to be led step by step. And this is not for the person who asked this question. This is just overall. I've been getting a lot of questions being super specific about spirituality and what you should do. The point of spirituality is figuring out your path, which you yourself should do, and trusting your intuition. So a lot of spiritual advisors kind of give you the starting point. Now what you have to do is use your brain, use your heart, use your spirit to guide your own self down that path. Okay, spirituality is not leading, like it's not like a religion. It's not like leading you by the hand. It's gripping your hand to help you get to where you are, and then we're going to continue to grip it, and you're going to find your own self kind of flowing down the path you should walk, if that makes sense. So don't be afraid to trust your intuition, to dip your toe in the water, because it's okay. You won't fuck up unless you're intentionally trying to fuck up, if that makes sense. Because if you do go through things such as like a spirit trying to get you did something that you weren't supposed to be doing, because your intuition will tell you, do not do that. Like, it'll be a warning sign. And if you do go through it, because I've gone through some things that are scary, if you have your ancestors' protection, which I'm 99% sure you guys do, you're gonna be good. You're gonna get over it. So don't be afraid. Now, if you're doing some off the wall shit, which you shouldn't be, because I told y'all not to be doing that off the wall shit. I told y'all. Then stop it right now. Get back to the beginner. All right. So another question is, any recommendations to do shadow work with a partner? Now, I personally don't have a partner, never had it in my life. Don't worry, y'all. It's coming. I already got a date set for it. So one day. But me personally, if I had a partner, or no, I am going to get a partner. Let me not manifest. I would literally just do the same thing I've done by myself, but with that partner. Like, probably have a journal out and journal out your guys' feelings in that moment. Listen to some high frequency music, whatever you're working on, and then towards the end of that journaling session, you guys share, if you guys are comfortable, what you guys journaled and what you want to work on and how this makes you feel. Like, express yourself to that person, open yourself up to that person, and maybe they give you advice, maybe they help you, or you just venting just helps you in that way. So that's one thing I kind of recommend for partners who are in relationships who want to do shadow work together. I think it's amazing. Definitely come up with some shit, because I definitely think you can do so. So another question is how to work through jealousy. I haven't felt jealousy in so long, and I honestly forgot how, like petty jealousy, like real, like, I hate you type of jealousy. I haven't felt that in so long. But the thing I really worked on, or one thing that kind of helped me, was realizing that each and every one of us are going on a separate journey, and it doesn't mean we won't get to where the person you're jealous of at ever in your life. It's just that in this time of your life, this is where you're supposed to be. I am supposed to be here in this moment, and me being jealous of this person is, one, not going to help me succeed. Two, it's just going to lower my vibrations, and it's going to distract me from kind of reaching to where I want this person, where I want to go with this person, or what platform I need to go. Remember that we all have our own separate journeys, our own separate paths, and we need to just, you know, focus on what the fuck we got going on instead of focusing on what everybody else got going on, because they got their own shit they're dealing with, their own struggles and their own obstacles, and us worrying about that is just going to distract us from our divine path. So that's kind of what helped me overcome that. Somebody asked me, y'all be asking me questions that don't pertain to what I put in the questionnaire. That kind of irritates me, y'all. I need y'all to stop it. But somebody asked me, have I ever hexed someone? I would never tell you guys that, because that kind of defeats the purpose of the hex. Never tell another person if you hex somebody. All I'm gonna say is bitches do be trying it. How to do shadow work when you have no privacy. You can do shadow work in your mind, and you can also journal it out in silence and kind of release your emotions that way. You can also listen to high frequency music, healing frequency music that kind of helps you get all that energy out as well. Sometimes you can go for a walk around the neighborhood and just express yourself in that way. You can go to the park. You can, just close the door of your room, or whenever your family or whoever you live with left, do your shadow work during that time. Just get creative with how you can express yourself. Is protection and self-love work required before shadow work? It's not required at all unless you're trying to connect with your ancestors, but even then, you wouldn't really need protection from them unless you're allowing other beings to come into your energy. But before that, no. I mean, shadow work kind of helps you love yourself. So if you don't love yourself in that moment, shadow work, you probably need to do some shadow work on your self-love. So like, it's perfect for that. Somebody asked me if I am confident in my spiritual journey. The answer is hell to the fucking yes, bitch. I'm always confident. No, let me not lie. I am confident right now in this moment, but sometimes I do, well, beforehand, before I went through, let me get it together. My mind just went, like smoke was coming out. But basically, sometimes I do get like imposter syndrome, because with social media, they always judgment. So they always like to tell people what is bad for them, like their way of spirituality is the worst way. So I kind of did get imposter syndrome for a minute, because I was like, hold the fuck up, am I really like connected with people? But I kind of overcame that, because I saw that you guys like texted me or like commented on my stuff that I am helping you guys be your best self. And then I'm like, the work that I put in to get to where I am this far, it's like, how can I not be confident in my abilities? How can I not be confident in my ancestors and my ability to kind of help others as well? So right now in this moment, hell yeah, I'm confident. Do I have self-doubting thoughts sometimes? Hell to the yeah. But then I come back to center and ground myself and just realize that I am amazing and I deserve to believe in myself, because everything I've overcome and all the things that I've brought into my energy, into this abundant, beautiful life, has all been through my work and my abilities. Okay? So I asked, how do you start, and is it best to connect with your guides and ancestors beforehand? I have a whole video up there on how to start, and it's not the best because you don't have to connect with your ancestors or guides to do so. But if you want to, it's just like it's like an added bonus. You don't have to. So that's it for the questions. I do want to give you guys a little small tip about shadow work, especially when it comes to spirituality. I've been noticing that a lot of us, really get lost in like the matrix type of side of the spirituality, like, realizing that aliens are here and mermaids exist and all that good shit, which is really fun and cool to get into and like research. But I want you guys to remember to do your shadow work as well. Shadow work is really one of the most important things about spirituality, because it kind of helps you express yourself in a healthy way. And when you don't do shadow work and you neglect it, you kind of neglecting a piece of yourself and neglecting your growth that is coming into your life. So I want all my babies who are watching this right now to know that shadow work is that girl, and I need you guys to get into it. No matter how small you do it, no matter how many times you do it, no matter how you do it, just do it, because it's something that I stand by 100%. If I didn't do shadow work, I would not have healed from most of the trauma that I have in my life. And one thing I kind of want to specify is that yes, shadow work kind of helps us with healing, but if you think about that situation and you still feel pain, just know that it's a-okay. Just do some more shadow work, because shadow work helps lessen the pain of all your experiences over time. Sometimes it doesn't happen instantly, if that makes sense. So don't be afraid to, you know, continue to do some shadow work on that same problem if it arises again. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give this a big thumbs up. Comment down below what other videos you guys would like to see from me, and I'll see my little angel fairies next time. Make sure to stop by my shop to see Black women as supernatural beings. Bye, my angel loves.
Everybody smoking. Boy, it's getting late, but we keep talking. I can't help but feel like I've been chosen. I'm the one inside your mind.